Okay, so I've got this little Jasmine figurine. And she's cute. Doesn't really have much information on her, just Disney and made in China. I'm gonna try to, I don't know, improve on that face and skin tone a bit. I'm gonna make her look cooler, more princess. Yeah, I'm gonna up the princess. That's not, never mind, ignore that. So, yeah. See what we can do. First she gets a coat of Mr. Superclear. Now, I've noticed that a lot of Jasmine art, she has a very light tan skin, like even official Disney art of her. But in the movies, I'd say she's more of like a cinnamony color. So that's what I'm going for here. I want to get that nice cinnamon shade. So I've watered it down a little bit. And let's see if it works. I think that's a good color. Sorry if I'm a bit close to the camera. This is my first time doing anything like this. Not the painting, the filming. I don't usually film it. And plus I sound so weird on camera, or on video, I guess. My voice recorded. I've never been fond of how it sounds in recordings. Plus I don't want to be too loud, because... Well, actually it's like 1 in the morning as I'm filming this, but also my brothers would probably make fun of me. So, you know, don't want to talk too loud and attract their attention. If you hear anything in the background, it's just the TV. Forgot to mention, I just picked this little toy up at Goodwill. So that too is nice. But could use some work. You know, look even better. We'll see. Hopefully, that's the case. So it might be a little hard to tell in this lighting, but see the difference on her face and the rest of her body there? It's a bit patchy still, needs a second layer. If it can focus on her. There you go. But I think it's an improvement. It is doing some weird little thing on her face, but it didn't do on the rest of it. Well, the paint just sort of beads up and doesn't want to, spread where I want it, which is a little unusual. I'll figure it out then. Alright, so that is about 2.5 coats. I think it's looking pretty. Oh, no, face is looking scary. I'll clean that up, obviously. But I think the skin tone's actually looking pretty good. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the blue color. That's pretty movie accurate, actually. But since I'm going to be doing like a sparkly gold on the necklace and earrings, I've mixed up this shimmery blue in a similar shade, and I'm just going to go for it all because I want it shiny. More, I don't know, fancy royal. Again, I've watered it down. Besides, I got brown all or cinnamon all over it and need to clean that up anyway. And I'm sure I'll need that skin tone again. So I'm glad I mixed up so much, because I'm sure I'll get it, the blue, onto the skin parts by accident. I'm not the neatest painter. Now, surprisingly, I only have to do a few little touch-ups on the skin tone, like there on the foot. I've painted everything that should be blue, which does not include the shoes, by the way. Those should not be blue. They will match her jewelry. I think her eyes are brown, but I'm gonna have to double check on that. So it turns out I accidentally wasn't recording for doing all the gold on her shoes and earrings and necklace, and then I painted her hair black and the base black and started on her eyes. Somehow I was not recording. I told you I'm new to this. So, here's how she looks now. All shiny. Then a few touch-ups here and there. Oh, I'm out of frame. Whoops. Just painted black. Needs another layer still. If I can get it to focus. There we go. There's a scary looking face. Not done yet. What I did for the gold was just mix in a little bit of this embossing powder to give it some extra shine. I think it's nice. It does make it a little chunky though, but that's okay. Next up, I'm gonna do some white details on the eyes and this little bird. Add in a little water again. Carefully hold her by the parts that aren't still wet. Ah, the white is dripping onto her hand. That isn't supposed to happen. I guess I watered it down too much. Oh no, and I splattered her. Well, that went well. Alright, well, let's fix up the hair. That sound is just my cat, for some reason, scratching at the bathroom door, despite the fact that nobody's in there. Jasmine! There's nobody in that room. Hey, Jasmine. I do call her Princess sometimes. Not necessarily because of Princess Jasmine, but it works. Alright, so I had to go do some emergency cleanup, soaking up some of that white paint. It was just non-stop dripping. But there we go. Birdie is all white now. Can add a few details when he dries. I'm gonna try and add a little white to her eyes now. We'll see how it goes. I've got this little silicone tool. And I'm just gonna dip the corner in a tiny bit of white paint. There we go. So now I gotta do clean up on the face again, but that worked better than I thought. Alright, so those aren't looking too bad. I gotta add some little highlights to them. And her eyebrows. And something pink for her lips. Actually more red than pink. I also have to clean that up because I got some white on it. Let's do that now. Actually, this whole thing needed another layer anyway, so it's fine. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. Do I just leave it black? I could try and paint like a night sky, like in A Whole New World. I'm not really sure. We'll see what I think when I've finished her. Maybe look up some references of that song, how they look. Alright. Now, Jasmine has some nice thick eyebrows. So we're gonna see if we can get those on without totally ruining her face. Yes, that would be nice. That would be too thick, but we'll see. And try to replicate it on the other side. They don't quite match, but I like this one better. So now I gotta try and make that one match it. Touch-up time again. Maybe I'll wait till those dry though, actually. I'll get started mixing a red for her lips. This is another thick paint that does not want to come out of the tube or bottle. There we go. Mix in a little bit of pink. And it should be good. Looks nice. I don't think that's bad enough. We'll try again. Alright, so I got a bit of red for her mouth. There we go. I'm gonna paint a little eye and beak on this birdie. Maybe some other little details. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what kind of bird this is supposed to be, but he's got a very pink beak now. There we go. He's got a little beak. Get the bristles into a nice point. And get the tiniest bit of paint. For his little eyeball. And on this side too. I'm going to do a little line to divide the beak. Make it kind of look like it's open. Oops, not enough paint. There we go. And now, just because I feel like it, I'm going to paint the wing. With that goldish color, but without the glitter added in. The gold wing, and we'll do the same. Alright, and now for the final little detail, the gem on her headband. And they got the color pretty good on it, but I should start with the lighter color. I gotta repaint it anyway, because I covered it in gold. Let's start with the light color. Because her gems sort of get this two-tony blue thing going on normally. Two-tone-ish. You know what I mean. And then I'll add that white dot once the blue dries. Oh, I'm off screen again. Really gotta pay more attention to that. I'm just filming on my phone, so it's not the best quality, unfortunately. Though I love my phone. It's a SE, it's so tiny. I say that as a good thing. I like my phone to fit in my pocket. Some people think a small screen is bad, but I'm good with it. There we go. I think that looks nice. I got some blue on the gold. Now I gotta touch that up. Like I said, I'm not a neat painter. Alright, I'll let that dry and then add the white highlight when it's done. And what I think I'm gonna do for the bottom, the base, is to kind of do a blue black gradient, make it look like a sky, and add some stars. Put a whole new world scene. It gets in the way for the shot, I'm sorry. Yes, so what I was gonna say is I think my phone is almost out of memory space, which it was, and I kept working without filming. I should have checked it sooner, but I did not. So she's done. So, I've glazed her. She's all shiny. I did a bit of a, oh, if we can focus here. Some starry night sky on the base there. And some nice blush on her cheeks and elbow and shoulders. It might not show up great in this lighting. I also added a bit of a silver shine on the back of the bird. Now, I am going to spray her with a layer of Mr. Super Clear because I don't want her quite this shiny. So it'll make her matte again. And then I'll probably put the shine on the gem in her eyes. Maybe the outfit. I'm not sure, but I don't want to skin this shiny, you know. But I can't do that right now. So for now, this is how she looks. And I've got this little Burger King Raja. He's about the right size for her. And I'm going to, he just needs a couple of touch-ups. So I'm going to do that. And right now I'm going to remove this. I honestly don't know what used to sit there. So we've got a blade, and I'm just gonna try to do this in camera. And just, oh, okay, maybe a little flatter if I can. And I think on his, what do you call this, saddle, I guess? Why does a tiger have a saddle? I don't remember him ever having a saddle in the movie. Maybe one of those sequels. What are they for? Anyway, there we go. See, it's pretty flat. So I'm going to paint a little gold on there, I think. Unfortunately, I didn't save that same color. I washed out the palette, so I'll have to mix it up again. Looks good. Almost smooth. Maybe I can. Also, I would recommend doing this with maybe an X-Acto knife for more precision. But my X-Acto blade is dull. And I have not bought a new one. So, case cutter it is. Box cutter, whatever you call these things. So, I'm just gonna do the little touch-ups off camera because this video is already gonna be pretty long. And I really don't know how to edit it shorter. Like, do, sped up bits or anything. And here we have the finished pieces. I sprayed her with a matte spray so her pants still have the pearlescent, but they're not glossy. And I glossed the gray and the gold eyes, of course, the gem. And I ended up doing a lot more details than I thought. I thought I was just going to do some gold and fix up the black. But I saw that he really wasn't overly accurate at all. He didn't have the white on his belly or his paws. The ears were just orange instead of black with white on the inside. And most importantly, he did not have the black above and below his eyes, which really changes the look, I think. Oops. So, here they are. And I think she's like the perfect size to go with him. So you can just kind of pat him. Cute. If I could sing, I'd now insert me singing A Whole New World, but you don't want to hear that. I mean, I like singing. Not great. There we go. Now they got the castle behind them. Oh, focus on her face. That was just my cat jumping by and shaking the surface I'm recording on. Anyway, there is the finished piece, or pieces technically, of Jasmine and Raja. I know this video was kind of a mess, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, or at least liked looking at the finished piece if you skipped ahead to the end. Which, I mean, I wouldn't blame you with the way it was recorded, but I hope you at least jumped ahead to see how they looked. Pretty proud of them. Bye-bye!